Well, hello and welcome. My name is Chris Baker. And let me start by asking you a question. What is the difference between a growth mindset versus a goal mindset? Now, this year, I'm really focused on helping the next generation of leaders achieve a promotion that they are looking for, hopefully within the next 12 months. Now, if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel, comment below, share this with other people, and follow me so that you can learn more tips and tricks. Now, again, I created this channel, Stand Up Leaders, specifically to help the next generation of leaders achieve what they're looking for in their career. As a sidestep, it's also useful for the older generation of leaders to help understand how can they develop and nurture the next generation of leaders themselves. How can they become the influencers? So whether you are a millennial, a Gen Z, or whether you're a Gen X or a baby boomer, this information is useful for you, not only for your own growth and development, but for helping you to grow and develop other people. Now, again, I encourage you to subscribe, like, and share this video and follow me so that you get more information every week as I develop this. If you don't know me, my name is Chris Baker. I'm a leadership training manager for the Walt Disney Company here in Florida. And over the last year or so, I've helped nurture and develop over 500 leaders by teaching them skills that frankly, they're not taught in school, they're not taught in college, but they are essential for you to grow and become the person you want to be. So this week, I want to talk about the growth mindset and the goal mindset and what's the difference. Now, a lot of people would talk about goals. They'll talk about goal setting, whether that's New Year's resolutions or using SMART goals, and they're all great. But knowledge is one thing, application and goal getting is another thing. And I'm a firm believer that before you set your goals, you have to have a grand vision. Where is it that ultimately you would love to get to in your life? And maybe that vision, or not maybe, but definitely that vision should be something that probably is slightly unachievable, right? That's the growth mindset. So how are you going to keep moving forward? What you do then is you bring it back to a goal mindset that is aligned to your growth mindset. Your growth mindset is basically a journey. Your goal mindset is the stepping stones or the turns along the journey that are going to get you there. So let me start by using my favorite example, which is a GPS system. When you get a GPS system and you're going to set out on a journey, the first thing that it wants to know is, where are you now? All right. So establish that. Where are you in your life? Where are you in your career? And be honest with yourself on that. And that can take a little bit of time. Then you want to look and say, well, where do I want to go? Right? What is the direction that I want to go in? What is my vision? What is my big, scary, audacious goal? Right? And that's something that's going to be dependent on your age, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years away. And that's what you do with a GPS, right? You set your destination. Now, I know we've talked about growth mindset being a journey, not a destination, but you've still got to have a direction, right? So that's that vision, which could be a broad vision, but try and be as detailed as possible, i.e., you know, what do you want to be? Who do you want to have in your life? What sort of job do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be living, right? What's important to you? And more importantly, how will that make you feel when you're living that life? So when you're setting out on a GPS, you put in the destination, it locates you and tells you where you are now. And then it will say, you know, how do you want to proceed? Do you want the fastest route? Do you want the shortest route, right? Do you want to avoid toll roads? I know that's not life, right? But it will ask you those questions, and then you press go. And what it does is it will calculate your route. And you can see the whole route, but what it does ultimately is it brings it back and it says, hey, this is your next turn. When you make that next turn, then it shows you the second turn, right? So you're always looking one, maybe two steps ahead, but no further than that. Why? The reason being is that the future can change, right? Obstacles can come up. If obstacles come up, your GPS, your navigation system will direct you around that so that you're still going in the direction of your end objective, but you're avoiding the obstacles and the roadblocks on the way. What it doesn't do is say, hey, there's a roadblock here, so where do you want to go instead? All right, do you want a different destination? No, because that vision is what you're working towards. Now, your goals, and I'm a big believer in the 12-week year by Brian P. Moran. So I would bring that goal back and say, okay, what's my goal for the next year that is going to move me in the direction of my vision? And then you bring it back and say, what's my goal for the next quarter? In other words, the next 12 weeks. Then you bring it back and say, what actions and behaviors do I need to do on a consistent daily or weekly basis to move me towards achieving that goal in 12 weeks? Then you set those and you look at them, and every week, whether it be a Sunday, a Monday, whatever works for you, you review your previous week. Did you achieve what you needed to do? If so, great. How can you replicate it? If not, why not? And how can you avoid that? And then what do I need to do this coming week? Do I carry on with what I am because I'm moving forward, or do I need to tweak it a little bit? And then you keep going until you get to your 12 weeks. And then at your 12th week, your 13th week, what you're doing is you're reviewing your goal. Did you achieve your goal? If so, great. What helped you and how can you replicate that? If not, why not? What were the obstacles that got in your way? What do you need to do slightly differently next time? And then you set your goal for the next 12 weeks. Now, that 13th week is what I would call a pivot point. That's a point where you can look at it and you can say, do I need to change my goals? Are they taking me in the direction of my vision, or are they actually taking me off track a little bit? And then you can adjust. So I heard a story or a fact actually once about when a rocket is going on its mission to Mars or the moon or whatever, it's only on target about 10% of the time, right? It's going off, but what they're doing is constantly adjusting and bringing it back so that ultimately it gets to where it wants to go. Life is the same, right? Things will crop up, things will happen. Doors may open and the opportunities may come there, and maybe you do need to pivot to go through there because that's something that you hadn't foreseen, that is an opportunity that could actually accelerate your growth. So here's my challenge to you. What are your goals for this year? And what's your vision? Right? And when you get clear on your vision, start looking back at your goals and ask yourself, be honest with yourself, are they moving towards my vision? Or are they just distractions that's taking me away from it? So do you have a goals mindset? Do you also have a growth mindset? Here's the thing, you need both. But your goal mindset has got to be moving you towards and in alignment with your growth mindset. I know that's a lot. If you've got questions, comment below. And again, subscribe, like, share this video. You'll get, I release videos every week, all right, to help you to grow and develop. But if you put a comment in there, I promise you I respond. If you put a comment if you put a comment below, I promise you I will reply to you and give you whatever advice I can. If you haven't got my new book, Promotion Made Simple, your year-long growth plan, make sure you get it today. It's available on paperback as well as on Kindle. If you need a link to it, again, put the comments below and go and visit my website, standupleaders.com, to see what else I can do to help you. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.